Okay, and this is now... That's a 5. Very good. Once again, imitate. Play immediately after another player plays and discards a power card. Take the discarded power card. Okay. So, and then it's the assassin. Okay, so that is a 1. Well, I think the assassin simply moves here. The shadowed world, and he then draws 2 of these yellow cards. Okay, so we have here Typhus with a cunning of 9. If you lose this battle, draw 2 corruption cards. Well, she is good enough to do this. He's got a cunning of 10. So this is a little risky, but I think we should try this anyway. And in addition, I have a needle pistol, and I will also pay the arc militant. Yeah, I think I'll do this. Because I don't want to lose this battle. Okay. So now this guy attacks. And that is a 13. And now I got a 10, 11, 13, and I don't even have to roll here to kill this guy. If you win this battle, gain 1 attribute of your choice. Very good. So I think I'll take 1 strength in this case. And then we got here the cybernetic manufactorum. And it says you may spend 3 influence to discard this card and gain 1 attribute of your choice. And, well, yeah, she will do this, I guess. This is pretty cool. So she pays 3 influence, discards this card. And now it's the question. More strength? Maybe not such a bad idea, and she's really good in strength. I think we might do this. Yep, she has now a strength of 8, which is pretty awesome. And now, in addition, she can level up. Let's see what we got here. We got a 9. That's a 17. Okay, but all together we have now, let me see, a 19, and I think that's fine. So we pay these 3 cards, and that allows us to level up 3 levels, which is a lot. So that brings us here, there, and there. So we gain 2 strength. Oh my god. Ah, come on. This thing is really... Yeah, it's really tough. It's not a perfect idea to make it. I mean, this is a little too hard to turn. 1 cunning. We have a power limit of 4 now. So that means that we could actually draw 3 power cards, and we can keep altogether 4. Redemption of battle. Choose one of your corruption cards and discard it. Not the best one. Spoils of war. Test strength 9. If you pass, take 1 asset from a player on your space. Interesting. Iron Discipline. Well, I think this is the best one. Another 6. And yeah, I think that's a good one. Okay. Maybe I should. No, I think that's fine. Okay. So we keep these 4 cards. And now we're coming actually to an interesting part. I didn't thought that I would come to an end so soon, but I think it won't go for long now. So now it's the Tech Priest here still. This is ridiculous. I mean, if you see that, I find it actually hard to believe. The Tech Priest is still in the first level. He just managed to level up once. The others are nearly gone. I mean, this is completely ridiculous. They are at level 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, about 10. That's level 10, both of them. So something was completely wrong with this guy. Maybe he was terribly unlucky or whatever, but I mean, okay, I understand it. It's not so easy without arms, but come on. Okay, so let's roll. That's a 6. Well, that would allow him to move here at least. And, well, the simple problem is he doesn't have any money to go to the middle region. Discard 1 power card. Well, he could do this to move here to fulfill this mission. I think he will do this. So he moves here to the Grey Knight Envoy, and then he discards 1 power card. And that allows him then to move here. Okay. Remember, we have to go here to the Fortress World Corner. And now it's actually this guy, and they will try now both to enter this area, I guess. Well, he will definitely, and then he has to, or she has to, but it will be hard for her to be successful, I'm afraid. Okay, so let's see now. She moves, or he, the Psyker, moves now, and that is a 5. So he can move here, and then if you have a relic, you may spend all remaining movement points to move to the Warp Rift. So this is the Guardian of the Rift here, and now we can hear, oops, sorry for that. I'm a little shaky, I'm a little excited. Now the Guardian moves here to the Warp Rift. And I think I moved to the other side of the table to show you what happens here. So here we are, this is the Warp Rift. So that says now, progress 1 space forward and 1 additional space for each of the following conditions you fulfill. Immediately spend 8 influence. You are level 8 or higher. You immediately discard 8 trophy points worth of trophies. Okay. Then start a new engagement phase on the space where you land. So, my God. And she is pretty good here, or he is really good here, because, first of all, she can spend 11 trophy points. So first, actually, she will move here. 1 space. Then she can spend 11 trophy points, move here. Exactly. Then she can spend 8 influence. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 8. And there's still something left. So that is this. And then he is level 8 or higher. So in the end, he ends up here, the Palace of Slaanesh. And we got now here our engagement phase, and it says Whispers of Desire. Test Cunning 14. If you fail, discard one of your assets and lose 1 life. Okay, well, we have a Cunning of 11. So I think that shouldn't be too hard. I think, let me see what is this, test 13. Yeah, okay, I think I will simply use this power card here. I have to check it if it's allowed to use power cards in the inner region, but I think it is. Actually, I think this is no problem at all. So I can simply use the power card 5, and then I made it here, the cunning test, it's no problem. And yeah, I was successful. So now it's my experience phase and I'm allowed to draw a new power card. So that's a 2. Lightning Reflexes. Play at the start of a cunning battle. Well, this won't happen anymore. Okay, and then it's the assassin, and if she wants to win this, which will probably be very hard, but she can try to, then she has to enter the inner tier now too. It's her only chance left. So this is a 5-2. So she moves now here 1, 2, 3. And it's now the same, but her problem is she cannot discard 8 she cannot discard 8 trophy points, and she cannot pay 8 influence. So the only thing is she is higher than level 8. So she can move here, because this is the first step that you always do, and then she is here. And that says now here, this is, well, I want to show you this space from here, because it looks pretty awesome. The Chaos Titan Mars Furia. And you simply roll a die, and the higher you roll, the less life you lose. So, well, she better rolls high. That doesn't look good. Ah, it's okay. Okay, actually she loses 2 life. But she's got that litany of protection. So she can now roll 2 dice. No, once per turn it says. Okay, so she can only use this once. So she can roll a die, and if she's lucky it was a 5 or 6. Ah, that wasn't exactly lucky. Okay, so she loses 2 life, which is really bad. Really bad. So, is there anything she can do? Well, what she could have done is she could have played that, but that's not really... Well, actually, I was stupid. I should have done that before, but I can use this card later on. The Disciplined Focus. I'm pretty sure this will be useful later on. I'm still alive, at least something. So now, Tech Priest. That's still not enough to go here. Oh my god, he doesn't have a relic, so it's not a good idea to go to the Haunted Cluster. So I think he will move here, the Guardians of the Rift, and simply draw 2 of these yellow cards. Well, he might survive this. Chaos Cult Warrior. 2. Cunning 2. Fueled by their hatred for the Imperium, many servants of the Dark Gods form bands of martial warriors, fervent in their belief that their unmitigated violence will draw the favor of their masters. Well, makes sense. Okay, so he attacks. And that is a 1, so finally we are allowed to level up. Unbelievable. And this is the Imperial Court. Charges 3. You may spend 1 charge from this card to gain 1 cunning. You simply must attend. Where else would you discover all the latest intrigues? Problem is, we don't have any... Oh yeah, of course. No, it's no problem at all. Great. Okay, so we will do this. And we gain 1 more cunning. Well, concerning that he's still at the first level, he's extremely high, but his values are extremely high, but still. Okay, and now he can actually level up for the first time, which is pretty awesome, and so he is now allowed to gain a willpower, and then he can reveal 3 wargear cards and acquire 1 at no cost. Problem is, he cannot use any weapons. Oh my god. Okay, this is the Pentagrammic Ward. If you lose a willpower battle, you may spend 1 charge from this card to prevent the loss of 1 life. Suppression Shield. 2 charges. During a strength battle, you may spend 1 charge from this card to force your enemy to reroll a die of your choice. Well, this is awesome stuff. Long range Auspex. 3. Why not? Helps me. It's not bad. I mean, it's not a weapon. It helps me in cunning tests. Yeah. I think I will use that. I think I will take this thing. Why not? Discard the others. Okay. And now the Psyker enters the Garden of Nurgle. Pestilent Miasma. Test Willpower 14. If you fail, draw 1 corruption card and lose 1 life. Okay, well, he's got a pretty high willpower. So, I think we should not risk anything here. I think I will simply use the Iron Discipline here, and then I'm fine. Yeah, I think that's okay. Okay, so I did it, and I can draw a new power card. It's as simple as that. That is a Test of Honor. Play when the active player enters or attempts to leave your space during his movement phase. The active player must immediately end this movement phase and give you 1 of his ally assets. Okay. Then it's the Assassin, and she's in trouble. She's got now to move to the demon world Braxis. So this thing here. Here she goes. And again, she has to roll. Let's see what happens. Well, it would be good to roll a 2 to 5. That's okay. Discard 1 asset. Okay, I think she can live with that. Damn, this is not gonna be easy for her. Okay, so she can simply discard the needle pistol. I think that's okay. But she's simply not fast enough. That's kind of a problem here. And it's again the Tech Priest. He's got a 1, so finally she can, or he, well, wait a minute. No, he can't. I was thinking, damn it. Cannot fulfill his mission, but he can go here and encounter the missionary. So if he's lucky and rolls good, he needs a 1 to 3. Oh, of course not. I mean, hey, he's a Tech Priest. So this guy moves away and ends up here in the Ancient Shrine world. And now here, the Fortress of Korne. This is the next space that we have to enter. And here we have the Blood God's Fury. Test Strength 14. If you fail, lose 2 life. So this is now the problem. Well, basically we cannot do this, except if we roll a 6 if the die explodes, but I don't think this will be possible. Oh, whoa! Well, the Psycho is really amazing. So actually, this thing now exploded. So he is now at 10, and then he simply plays the 4. So that gives him a 14 then, and he managed to do this strength test too. Then he's allowed to draw another card, power card, and that says Righteous Crusade again. Take another turn after you experience phase. Play after you win a battle. Okay. And then the Assassin. She moves here. Palace of Slaanesh, Whispers of Desire, Test Cunning 14. She's got a Cunning of 11. So, okay, let me check this. I think she's fine. So I think she will simply... So all she needs is a 3 actually. Question is now, does it make sense to keep a card? She will lose 1 here. It's hard to say. I think what she can do is, because this thing allows her to re-roll a die anyway. And all she needs is a 3. It's kind of risky. No, I don't... I think I'll play the Disciplined Focus. Why risk something? Yeah. Play it, and I managed to do this. I'm fine. I passed the Cunning test. And the Tech Priest. A 6. Well, great. 2, 3, 4. Could move here or here. Well, maybe it's a better idea to move to the Space Hulk and draw 1 card from each deck. Okay, so first we have to fight, and we have the Plague Cultists here with a Cunning of 1, and they actually add 1 yellow token, so we have to draw another yellow card. Okay, let's see what we got here. This is the Fiend of Slaanesh with a Cunning of 3. Okay, let's do this. So they have a cunning of 4, a combined cunning of 4, so they attack. And that is a 7, and this time I make it because I have a cunning of 7, so I don't have to roll, and I gain these 2 cards. Very good. Then I have to fight the Noxious Plague Bearers. With a strength of 4, the start of the battle, draw a corruption card. Awesome. Okay. And I will actually, this corruption card will be activated. Unnatural Vigor. She fell to the ground, her neck broken, yet she rose again. The child's laughter haunts me still. Gain 4 life, then flip this card face down. This is not bad. So we have now a life value of 7. This is pretty awesome. I prefer to lose this card, but well, maybe it's not so bad. Doesn't matter now, to be honest. So now we have to fight them. So they have a strength of 4, an attack, and that is a 7. And I also have a strength of 4. And I win. Great. Now I'm doing fine. And finally I gain this, the Hexagrammic Ward, with 2 charges, but I gain 3 charges as Attack Priest. It's armor. When you lose a willpower battle, you may spend 1 charge from this card to prevent the loss of 1 life from the battle. Okay, here we go. And then I'm allowed to level up a second time. Oh. I need a little longer, but finally I'm catching up. Okay, so I gain 1 strength and 1 cunning. So now it's we come here to the maze of Zenj. And this is a web of lies. Test 13. Using your level instead of an attribute. If you fail, discard all of your power cards and miss your next turn. Okay, so let's count this. I think, actually I'm not absolutely sure. Oh yes, here we got very small numbers that indicate our level. So we are at level 10. And okay, yeah, it's not so easy. Okay, let's try it. We need a 3. That's the point. And we have that. We made it. So now the game is nearly over. That was the last point where it could have been interesting. It's now the assassin again. She moves into the Garden of Nurgle. He's got to test willpower. But, well, she simply uses one of her power cards. Wait a minute, it's not so easy. Willpower is 5. So yeah, she uses this power card that gives you then an 11. And then the card explodes. And then she can use the second power card. And she made it. So she was doing fine here. Well, it's not enough. So again, the Tech Priest. A 3. Well. What do we have here? 1, 2, 3. I don't know. Okay, I think we move here 1, 2, 3 and draw 2 of these cards here. The yellow cards. Well, that's a tough one. Okay, we got 2 enemies, 2 cunning enemies. Bealtan Falcon. Strength 5. If you lose this battle, choose a threat card in your tier, then roll 1 die. On a 1 or 2 result, discard that threat card. Repeat this process for each other threat card in your tier. What? Well, that is weird. Okay. That's strange. And then we got a swooping hawk with a strength, with a cunning of 3. Add 2 to this enemy's battle score if you are in the Twilight Fringe area. Well, actually, as you can see, I am. This aspect warrior patrols the skies using anti-gravity wings, gaunting their fellow elder aerial domination. So that means we have a cunning of 10 attacking us. This is not so great. Let's see what we roll. So it's a 16. Okay, awesome. So we have a 21 and I have a cunning of 8. Yeah, great. So again I lose 1 life. And then in addition I have to do all these checks. And I will do this off camera. Okay, we lost the Swooping Hawk, the Order Hospitalis Sanctuary, the Imperial Court and the Missionary. But all that doesn't matter at all, because now it's the Psyker, and he can simply move here now and explore the mystery beyond. And you win the game. Yeah, but it was pretty close actually. I didn't expect that. It was close. I mean, the assassin was really doing good. And in the end, it was all these influence and the trophy cards that allowed the Psyker that he was able to pay here, that allowed him to pass the first 2 spaces, and she couldn't do that. So, yeah, that was his advantage. And it's this special ability of drawing a power card each turn, which is amazingly strong, especially combined with this Hecticus Storm, a Chainsword. I mean, then there is nearly nothing that can stop you from winning a battle. Okay, well, a few words about the game. I already said that the artwork is exceptional. There are not many games that come even close to this. I mean, the board is absolutely amazing. Maybe the best one I've seen. It's hard to say. There are some other boards that are great, but this one is really fantastic. The cards are also very, very good. Great artwork, great quality. The miniatures are great. So component-wise, this game is just fantastic. It is kind of a, well, roll and move game, of course. It's very, very simplistic, everything. You simply roll a die. You've seen what happens. There's not much decision making. But you have a little bit more influence than you have in Talisman. Because here you kind of know what you expect. Not always, But if I go on a yellow space, I have a good chance that I will meet a cunning enemy, and on a red space, a strength enemy, and so on. But there are surprises, but I think that's fine. In addition, I have these power cards, which give me some options to influence the outcome of a roll, and which allow me to make some interesting decisions. Overall, I think there is more fighting involved in this game than in Talisman. I think here are more enemy cards compared to the rest of the cards. In one way, that is a good thing, because you have more occasions to gain trophies. So that might speed the game up a little bit. On the other hand, I also like this talisman, that you have many places, and you got this world that is created. You meet strangers, you get much more items. There are many places and more events. So it's not all about fighting. There's also a lot of other things going on, and this is something I really enjoy. Another good idea here is in the middle region that you draw in general more cards than you do in the outer region. That's a great idea. And in Talisman, this is just a little bit. I think in Talisman you have one space where you draw 3 cards, but on the other spaces you usually draw also just 1 card. So on the one hand, the middle region is definitely more perilous, simply because the chance that you have to add up more enemy cards is higher. On the other hand, you have a better chance of leveling up, of gaining better trophies. So there is kind of a climax, and that's a good thing. Concerning the inner region, I don't know. I don't know if I prefer that to Talisman. I'm not so sure about that. I mean, in Talisman, even if you are really strong, if you roll really bad, for example, in the mines or in the crypt, if you are unlucky, you have to go back. Or if you dice with that and you roll bad, well then okay, you have to wait. But here it's pretty obvious what happens. I mean, you can calculate this. You can see, okay, I got that many power cards, and I get that assessed, and so on. So at least in the last 4 turns or so, you can simply calculate the outcome. And so if you do this in a clever way, no one can stop you here. And I think this is a little boring. So if you're the first to enter this, even if the other one is just 1 or 2 spaces behind, it's really hard for him to stop you. I'm not sure how it works with this middle card. There might be other cards, there might be different endings that give you then a more dramatic finish. So if you might need more turns on this card to win this game, so if one comes close behind, he might still have a chance to win. This is not the case in this scenario, of course. But still, maybe they should have done something a little more interesting here. Okay. So overall, I would say I really enjoyed this game. It's fantastic. If you like Talisman and if you like the Warhammer 40k universe, this game is absolutely fabulous. No doubt. It gives me the opportunity to do adventures in the 40k universe without paying hundreds of dollars for some miniatures or so. So this is just absolutely great. And problem is, if you don't like Talisman, I'm pretty sure you won't like this game. And if you play this game with someone who doesn't know anything about the Warhammer 40k universe, I'm not so sure if he will get into this. I don't know. Maybe yes. Maybe yes. I cannot tell that. But I think maybe it's the artwork which sucks people in. Still, I think in this case Talisman might be more interesting for people, because everyone knows about dragons and about, I don't know, thieves and whatever. So it might be a little more interesting for these people to play Talisman than to fight Eldar or Tyranids or whatever. Still, fantastic game. I'm eager for expansions. I can't wait. I want more races. Maybe we can see sometimes vehicles or whatever. I just love to get more expansions. And yeah, let's hope we'll end up with that many expansions as we have now in Talisman 4th edition. Would be just wonderful. So yeah, hope to see you in one of my next videos. Until then, bye.